Hello learners, I welcome all of you to this session on basics of human resource management. I am Manorma Tripathi, working as librarian at Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. Now first, what is the relevance of this topic for you? As we all know, in any organization, whether it is an industry or it is an university or any other NGO or any other organization, human resources are big assets for any organization. What is the reason behind that? Because any organization, if it is involved in any activity, it has set goals and plans. It has long range goals, it has short range goals. And in order to achieve those goals, in order to implement those goals, we need human resources. We need staff, we need personnel. And so this presentation will talk about what is human resource management, human resources, human resource management, and how human resource management is done. What is strategic planning? What is operational planning? What is performance measurement? And human resource management process, what is done in this HRM process, and how this human resource management is done in libraries and information centers. So human resource management. Learners, as you know, management of an organization refers to the prudent, judicious and optimum utilization of resources like material, machinery, money, manpower in every activity. And as you know, organization refers to an industry, business, trade, university or any other higher educational institution. Manpower here refers to the human resources that include all the staff in an organization. And human resource management is a strategic and coherent approach to the management of an organization's most valued asset. And the most valued asset is the people working there who individually and collectively contribute to the achievement of its objectives. So you can see in this definition, it's being underlined that human resources or staff are an organization's most valued asset. And the people, the staff, they work collectively to achieve the objectives of that organization. So these two points are important. Human resources or staff are valued asset, and all the staff of any organization, they work collectively to achieve the objectives of that organization. Now, what is the purpose of HRM? The purpose of HRM is to maximize the productivity of an organization by optimizing the effectiveness of its employees. The aim of HRM is to maximize the productivity of an organization. It is designed to maximize employees' performance. It aims at harnessing the full potential of the employees. Human resources are the most important assets of an organization, and any organization, if it wants to be successful, it has to effectively manage its human resources. And it's important. Human resources comprise the entire employees of an organization from top to bottom. Usually in any organization, persons or employees work at three different levels: top, middle and lower. And now the top level class of persons are the highly qualified and professional experts who have a clear short and long range vision of the organization. The top level individuals or the top level professionals, they define the goals, they set the goals and objectives of the organization, formulate policies and programs, provide the structural pattern for the operation of the various functions of the organizations. And these top level professionals set standards of performance for employees, design plans for the growth and development of the organization, and involve themselves in various managerial functions for the smooth running of the organization. And now, middle level class of individuals operate at the structural departments, divisions of the organizations. They are involved in the operational functions of their respective departments or divisions, and they are responsible for implementing the plan targets. They control and supervise the work of their colleagues at that level and lower level and do similar other activities. And now the third level staff are mostly sectional heads who supervise the performance of those working under them in actual operations and contribute to the completion of the various tasks in specific time set. The other lower level staff who have various vocational skills function and operate at the production levels. Now, human resources. The entire work of the organization is a team work, and at every level work should have a quality appropriate to that level. The total manpower strength builds up the organization and produces targeted results. It is this total manpower force that has the potential to transform all other resources into tangible products and services, irrespective of their position, salary, and status. And any kind of lack or any kind of inadvocacy at any level will hamper the progress of the organization and adversely affect the services. So it's important to know that human resources or staff, they are responsible for transforming other resources of the organization into tangible products and services. Other resources of any organization are put to optimum use by human resources. This is important. And now, human resource management is the term used to describe formal systems devised for the management of people within an organization. That is, HRM is a formal term which is used to describe how staff is managed within an organization. It is the strategic approach to the effective and efficient management of people in an organization such that they help their business or basic activity gain a competitive advantage. So in this human resource management, there is a strategic and coherent approach. Human resources are most valued assets, and human resources refer to people working in organizations. And people working in organizations, they are responsible for achieving the goals and objectives of the organization. The acquisition of knowledge and skills by every individual and group of manpower force, thus building up abilities and capabilities to perform various tasks associated with the present and expected future tasks. And human resource management also aims at developing the inner potential of the individuals and groups and exploiting them for their own advantages and to the strength of the organization. So, learners, it's very important to know that management of human resources involves deriving maximum potential of the individuals, ensuring that potential of the individuals is put to its maximum use so that it benefits the individuals as well as the organization. So, management of human resources, it ensures, or it has to ensure, that there is a win-win situation for individuals, for staff, as well as for the organizations. The human resource management has to ensure that individuals or staff develop to, gain to, and similarly the organization should gain to. Building up an organizational work culture in which team work at every level and maintain a discipline in the upward and downward communication flow, aiding professional welfare and reputation of the organization. Providing built-in facilities for upgrading of knowledge and skills of every employee through appropriate mechanisms and instruments. Improving abilities and competencies by the introduction of strategic and operational planning for practical execution. That means in HRM, all these things have to be ensured. Individuals should develop knowledge and skills, individuals should develop abilities and competencies, and because when individuals or when staff are enriched, are well equipped with knowledge and skills, then only they will be able to contribute to the development of the organization. In a nutshell, the necessity for human resource management is not only for employees' competence, capabilities and abilities to be upgraded, but for their motivation, dedicated participation, involvement, commitment also have to be simultaneously enhanced to achieve the organizational goals and objectives and to build up its future. What does it mean? It means that in human resource management, competencies, skills, capabilities and abilities of the staff have to be enhanced, but at the same time the management, it has to be ensured that they are motivated, they are dedicated, they are participating in the day-to-day functioning of the organization, they are involved, they are committed to the objectives of the organization. Then only the organization, the goals of the organizations or the objectives of the organization will be achieved. Need for human resource management. Human resources are organic living force capable of acquiring new knowledge and skills. Human resources can recharge themselves according to the environmental requirements, and they are prone to flexibility, and they have the potential, human resources have the potential to grow endlessly. And this is important. Human resources can transform all other resources into tangible products and services, as without human resources, other resources of an organization will remain idle and unused. And human resource has the knowledge and skills, abilities and capabilities. Human resources have competence and they can control to build up the organization. They can contribute in developing its future growth, development, goodwill and reputation, and resources that can bring about an organizational culture, do the strategic planning and operations and introduce any new technology. So human resource management is responsible for the survival and stability of the organization. It helps in the change, it helps in diversifying the business. Human resource management, it helps in running the activities more effectively, providing highest quality in products and services. It's responsible for playing a leadership role in the field, and it's able to combat effectively competition in the market. Now it's important how HRM or how human resource management is done. It involves strategic planning, and strategic planning is function of top management. It involves setting up goals and objectives, formulating policies and establishing appropriate procedures, rules and regulations. In strategic planning, professionalism has to be ensured. Personal group involvement in work in achieving targets. That means human resources have to get involved for achieving targets. Then formalism. So human resources or staff has to get involved, has to be dedicated, has to know what is expected of them, has to know how they have to perform their job to the best of their abilities. Then enhance knowledge and skills. Then in strategic planning itself, any organization has to make optimum use of information and communication technologies in order to equip the staff, in order to achieve the objectives of the organization in a time-bound manner. Then evolution of a corporate culture is very important. And then continued efforts to progress and develop have to be made, because in strategic planning or in HRM, efforts have to be on a consistent basis. Efforts cannot be on and off mode. Efforts have to be continuously taken. Then after strategic planning, operational planning is also required. Operational planning would take care to implement and execute the activities and programs to achieve the targets set by the goals and objectives of an organization. That means operational planning ensures that steps are implemented. It ensures that execution of the activities are undertaken, tasks are performed to achieve the targets set by the organization. This is involved in operational planning. Then in operational planning, it handles personnel recruitment. That means it handles staff recruitment, selection, placement, deployment and skill development of staff through various types of training. Because staff, for achieving the targets, the staff have to be updated, they have to be skilled, they have to be upskilled. So for that, training is very important for increasing the efficiency or for increasing the potential of the staff. Then the distribution of personnel to the different departments, divisions, sections and units is done through task and job analysis, job description, job specification and competencies. So it's very important. Staff has to be deployed, staff have to be engaged, staff have to be posted in various departments, divisions and sections according to their competencies. So in human resource management, job has to be analyzed. First it has to be analyzed what kind of work will be involved, what kind of competencies will be involved in doing a particular work. Then it will also identify who are the individuals who are most suited for performing this particular job. So this is what is involved in job analysis, in job description, because in job description you will have to describe what kind of activities or what kind of steps will be involved, and then accordingly competencies, what competencies will be required. So staff having those competencies will be assigned those particular jobs. The implication of this operational planning is that the right person should fit into the right job. That would not only ensure work efficiency and quality, but also give the concerned person job satisfaction. So in human resource management, strategic planning is done, then operational planning is done. And the aim of this operational planning is to ensure that the job is performed by the right kind of the person. That means the person who has the skills, who has the competencies to perform a particular job should be given that job. That means a person should be assigned a job. A person should be doing that job in which he has the competencies to do. That means the assignment of the job should be according to the competencies, according to the skills possessed by the staff. And this will lead to a win-win situation, because if a person has the competencies and he is performing the job as per the competencies which he has, then what will happen? In this scenario, the organization will also benefit and the staff will also have the maximum job satisfaction. Then in operational planning, performance appraisal is done, feedback is collected, and then counseling is done. Performance appraisal, that means every year in organizations or in private organizations or in government organizations or in universities, all staff are required to fill their performance appraisal form. That means they have to write, they have to report how much of the work they did, how much of the targets they achieved, what were their shortfalls, what were their downsides. All these things the staff are supposed to report in their performance appraisal. And then the reviewing officer or the reporting officer also talks about that whether training is required or whether training will increase the efficiency or potential of the staff. Role analysis and potential development. Training policies, that means because training always makes a difference. Training increases the potential, training enhances the efficiency of the staff. So all these policies regarding training should be formulated. Then communication policies. If staff are engaged in some work, they should also be communicated. They should know about the policies of their organization, what is happening, what is required, and other aspects. Then job rotation, job enrichment program, participative and total quality management, organization development and culture, awards, rewards, and incentives. That means job rotation means if a staff is working in a particular section, then he should not be allowed to work in that particular section for years together, but staff should be sent to different sections so that they gain experience, they learn new things, they learn new skills. And participative and total quality management, that means staff should be involved, they should know inside out what is expected of them, how should they be working. And then management, human resources management also involves rewarding the high performing staff in order to, so that they get some kind of incentive, so that they understand that the organization is recognizing their efforts to work hard, is recognizing their efforts to excel. So all these aspects are important. Performance measurement, what is it? That is, performance is measured. Success of the activities of an organization can be expected to give right results depending on the performance of the manpower. The performance of the staff has to be regularly measured by using appropriate yardstick and scales. And then accordingly, steps should be taken. Corrective steps can be taken to design and develop specific programs and instruments to set things right and get maximum productivity through optimum efficiency of the manpower force. So it's important to understand that human resource management is a continuous process and not merely providing a framework for a set of planning and designing procedures. Mechanisms, instruments and techniques, framing rules and regulations, and it involves a set of standards for quality work. These are basic ideas for establishing a system of management practices to get high quality work from the employees. Then it also involves task analysis, quality of work life that includes workplace, principles of democracy in the implementing process, autonomous work groups like quality circles, participative decision making, and quality assurance of products and services are some of the important and crucial aspects that would need great attention from top and middle managements. Then human resource management process also involves organizational culture that creates a conducive and healthy atmosphere, and this healthy atmosphere contributes to high performance. And then organizational learning is a process that provides opportunities to obtain new skills through involvement and commitment that help employees at all levels. Then discussions on strategic and operational planning, performance measurement, and participative management are ideas to be taken in their integration, and these are not to be considered in isolation. While managerial responsibilities and operational functioning are divided between the top, middle, and lower levels of the manpower forces in an organization, now what happens in how we do human resource management in libraries? And human resource management in libraries is done to promote goals of the library, and it also, human resource management also ensures that the staff work to the maximum of their potential, and it's required that the staff work to the maximum of their potential in order to provide effective library services. So to conclude, we have seen what is human resource management, what is its need, what is its purpose, and how human resource management is done in Indian libraries. Thank you for watching this presentation on human resource management. Thank you.